You can say a lot of things about Netflix's reboot series Wednesday, but one thing that cannot be said about it is that it was unsuccessful or did not create any conversation. Whether you loved it or hated it, preferred the 90s version or preferred the original, no one can say that the reboot wasn't something special. Jenna Ortega absolutely stole the show as Wednesday, Tim Burton slayed everyone's expectations, and the whole internet was taken by storm when it came out. The beauty of this show's success is that it subverted everyone's expectations. Not that anyone attached to the project was expected to perform poorly by any means. Jenna Ortega has been killing it, specifically in the horror genre, and Tim Burton is a household name. And don't even get me started on Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia in the reboot. However, most fans expected the show to be no more than fine. When it hit Netflix, people were absolutely stunned with the amazing product that Netflix had created. One aspect of the show that did not wow viewers right away, however, was the casting of Luis Guzman as Gomez Addams. This drama was mostly being talked about before the show was released, when people saw him in the trailers and teasers and decided that Guzman was not the perfect Gomez, like the iterations of the past. Keep watching to hear more about the drama and how the actual show was so good that this drama dried up the moment that Wednesday premiered. In order to understand why people were so quick to demonize the casting decision for Gomez, we must first discuss the expectations that viewers had for this series. The original Addams Family comics first created this character. He was meant to be short, unconventionally handsome, and in direct opposition to his tall and beautiful wife, Morticia. However, as the Addams Family characters became more popular and were reimagined over and over, Gomez was the first to morph. In the 90s, Raul Julia reprised the role of Gomez in several film adaptations.
Mon cher, pardon.
I've arranged a little surprise, my dearest. I hope you like it. He has my father's eyes.
Gomez, take those out of his mouth. Did you see that?
What a glorious evening.
Rain.
Cara mia!
Oh dear.
This new version of Gomez did sort of adhere to the original character design, but he is a bit more good-looking than the original character was meant to be. He is supposed to be the foil to his Morticia, the gorgeous statuesque woman that loves him for who he is. It was probably this version of Gomez that was being imagined when fans found out about the new adaptation. Therefore, when Luis Guzman was seen as Gomez, fans were skeptical that he could bring the charisma to screen that Raul Julia did. What we must remember, however, is that Luis actually embodies the very essence of this character.
I watched the black and white version.
Yeah, John Astin played Gomez Addams.
I loved it.
Yeah, right.
And then when they did the movie, that was phenomenal. And here I am.
One fan discusses this idea on Instagram after watching the show. The entire point of Gomez's character is that he is not classically originally handsome. An entire point of his character is that he is not lucky to be born beautiful. Instead, he forges his charms and character himself. He is well kept and his behavior towards his loved ones is amazing. And those are the sources of his charisma.
Look at you, my little death trap. Don't worry, my love. Our little scorpion won't be alone. Wednesday always looks half dead.
Boys wait in the car. Wednesday and I need a moment.
We couldn't have said it better ourselves. If any actor could take a character described as not classically handsome, but still having charisma and a huge love for his family, it's Luis Guzman. For those of us who have seen the show, we can see that Luis embodied every aspect of the original character in his performance.
It's where I met your mother, and we found in love.
He is shown as a doting father, completely enamored with his wife, and just as hilariously dark as all of his previous iterations.
So how's the little fella doing? Does he still have all his fingers?
Relax. I haven't snapped any of his digits. Yet.
Guzman himself has decided to take on the character as simple, passionate, and loving. We cannot think of a better way to embody this character. After all, the very point of this whole family as a cast of characters is that being into a dark aesthetic or having dark interests does not mean that someone is a bad person because of it. Remember, Charles Addams, the creator of these characters, wanted to make this point with the original comics, and he intentionally drew Gomez as heavy-set, short, and in direct contrast to his wife. The tall, model-esque Morticia
It's a magical place. It's where I met your mother, and we found in love.
You guys are making me nauseous.
What's the lesson here? I suppose it would be that if an adaptation of a character is for some reason offensive to you before you see the adaptation, it could be useful to take a look at the character more closely.
So as far as fatherhood goes, I would say you've been more than adequate.
Gracias, Wednesday.
the history of the character, the purpose of the character, and the essence of the character. In some cases, this case included, supposed bad casting tells us more about the fans than it does the showrunner or Netflix. If you find yourself upset over the casting choice because Luis is not as attractive in a traditional sense as the last person to play the character, we encourage you to look inward. It could be a problem with our own perception of what gives a character worth, and not who the character is. In this case, the criticism that Luis had gotten completely evaporated the second the show premiered. What a beautiful sight! To see an actor who is not expected to do very much with a character turn out to be the perfect choice for the character at their core. This is a lesson that everyone who enjoys the media should internalize. It wasn't just Luis that suffered unfair criticism before the series premiered. Some fans lamented the absence of Grandmama, and others cringed at the inclusion of Fred Armisen, a comedian, as Uncle Fester.
Still as sharp as ever, my pigtailed protege.
Uncle Fester.
Some fans even had opinions about Jenna Ortega's ability to portray Wednesday.
I break out into hives and then the flesh peels off my bones.
Certainly a unique name. I'm guessing it was the day of the week you were born.
I was born on Friday the 13th.
Her name comes from a line from my favorite nursery rhyme.
Birthday, yes. Happy never.
Happy birthday, dear Wednesday. Happy birthday to you.
What part of no party under the penalty of death do you not understand?
Boy, I'm glad I wasn't one of those people. They must be eating their words now that she has more than proven her skills. Some other fans have even stuck to their guns regarding Luis Guzman as Gomez. There has been chatter online about another actor who, according to some, would have been perfect as Gomez, Oscar Isaac. This choice makes sense for some because Oscar has played the role before in one of the animated versions of the series. Fans have chosen him as their Gomez, simply because he is more attractive than Luis and has history with the character. One fan tweeted, "Look, I've been thinking, if Oscar Isaac isn't cast as Gomez Addams in a live action of the Addams Family after doing a perfect Gomez in the animated film, I'm going to riot." Another said, "If a new live action Addams Family doesn't have Oscar Isaac as Gomez Addams in it, I do not want it." These takes were of course posted before the release of the show. Do you think these fans have eaten their words? Before much was known of the show, some fans even thought that Tim Burton would cast Johnny Depp as Gomez. Now that we have seen the final product, we are thrilled to say that we personally love the casting decision that Burton made. Johnny Depp is a charismatic guy and a talented actor, but we love that Luis Guzman was ultimately chosen. If you have been sleeping on Wednesday, especially if it's because of the casting decisions, this is your wake-up call. The next time you want something to watch, give Wednesday a go. It's funny, dark, engaging, and everyone's performances are absolutely amazing. We would love to hear everything you thought about the show. Are there any other picks that we didn't cover today that you would have liked to see in the show? Do you like Jenna Ortega as Wednesday? We think she was born to play this role. Be sure to leave your comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more videos. See you all in the next one.